Day 100. The 1,000-day challenge. Get your smooch.
Yes.
Don't be too loud about it. People will get banned. Gotta be careful. I don't know who's going to be on now. Alright, let's get into it. The Iliad, page 400 we're on. Should I read it out loud? No. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Well, it's over. One down, one to go. We're on to the next one. The Odyssey. This. The Periplus is a descriptive manuscript or logbook used by ancient navigators. Ready? Who's its leaders? Periplus. Yeah, you can. Oh no, my God, listen.
You only have 45 minutes.
Yeah. More bots.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I would have done it for you.
The main arguments on which I base the first of these somewhat startling contentions have been prominently and repeatedly before the English and Italian public ever since they appeared. This is the preface to the Odyssey in the Athenaeum for 30th of January and 20th of February 1892. Both contentions were urged, also without rejoinder, to the Jonian Eagle for the Lent and October terms of the same year. Nothing to which I should reply has reached me from any quarter, and knowing how anxiously I have endeavoured to learn the existence of any flaws in my argument, I begin to feel some confidence that, did such flaws exist, I should have heard, at any rate about some of them, before now, without therefore for a moment pretending to think that scholars generally acquiesce in my conclusions, I shall act as thinking them little likely so to gainsay me, as that it will be incumbent upon me to reply, and shall confine myself to translating the Odyssey for English readers, with such notes as I think will be found useful. In this edition of Butler's translation, the name Ulysses has been restored to its Greek form, Odysseus. That's where it came from. In the preface to my translation of the Iliad, I have given my views as to the main principles by which a translator should be guided, and need not repeat them here, beyond pointing out that the initial liberty of translating poetry into prose involves the continual taking of more or less liberty throughout the translation, for much that is right in poetry is wrong in prose, and the exigencies of readable prose are the first things to be considered in a prose translation. Exigencies? What the fuck's up? First to the pressing, urgent needs, demands, or requirements intrinsic to a specific situation. Where is it? These are the things that need to be taken into consideration, really. That the reader, however, may see how far I have departed from strict construe, I will print here Messrs. Butcher and Lang's translation of the first lines of the Odyssey. Their translation runs: Tell me, Muse, of that man, so ready at need, who wandered far and wide, after he had sacked the sacred citadel of Troy, and many were the men whose towns he saw, and whose mind he learnt, yea, and many the woes he suffered in his heart on the deep, striving to win his own life and the return of his company. Nay, but even so he saved not his company, though he desired it sore. For through the blindness of their own hearts they perished, fools, who devoured the oxen of Helios Hyperion, but the god took from them their days of returning. Of these things, goddess, daughter of Zeus, whensoever thou hast heard thereof, declare thou even unto us. Now, all the rest, as many as fled from sheer destruction, were at home, and had escaped both war and sea. But Odysseus only, craving for his wife and for his homeward path, the lady nymph Calypso held that fair goddess in her hollow caves, longing to have him for her lord. But when now the year had come in the courses of the seasons, wherein the gods had ordained that he should return home to Ithaca, not even there was he quit of labours, not even among his own, but all the gods had pity on him save Poseidon, who raged continually against godlike Odysseus, till he came to his own country. Howbeit Poseidon had now departed for the distant Ethiopians, the Ethiopians that are sundered in twain, and uttermost of men, abiding some where Hyperion sinks, and some where he rises. There he looked to receive his hecatomb of bulls and rams, there he made merry, sitting at the feast. But the other gods were gathered in the hall of Olympian Zeus. Then among them the father of men and gods began to speak, for he bethought them in his heart of noble Agatha. Here we go, these fucking names again. Aegis. What the hell the fuck do you say that? But not being all motherfucking cunt of these names, man. It just said this. What the fuck is his name? Aegisthus. What? Aegisthus. Aegisthus. This is ridiculous.
How to pronounce these names, as well as how to say more interesting but often confusing names that many get wrong, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel. How do you say it? Aegisthus.
Aegisthus. What a shit name. What a terrible name. Anyway. Back to it. Aegisthus, whom the son of Agamemnon, far-famed Orestes, slew. Thinking upon him, he spake out among the immortals. Lo, you now, how vainly mortal men do blame the gods. For of us they say comes evil, whereas they even of themselves, through the blindness of their own hearts, have sorrows beyond that which is ordained. Even as of late, Aegisthus. Fuck, is that how you say it? Aegisthus. It's such a stupid name. Even as of late, Aegisthus, I'm not going to say that right probably, beyond that which was ordained, took to him the wedded wife of the son of Atreus, and killed her lord on his return, and that with sheer doom before his eyes, since we had warned him by the embassy of Hermes, the keen-sighted, the slayer of Argos, that he should neither kill the man nor woo his wife. The Odyssey, as everyone knows, abounds in passages borrowed from the Iliad. I had wished to print these in a slightly different type, with marginal reference to the Iliad, and had marked them to this end in my MS I found. However, that the translation would be thus hopelessly scholasticized and abandoned my intention. I would nevertheless again urge on those who have had the management of our university presses that they would render a great service to students if they would publish a Greek text of the Odyssey with the Iliadic passages printed in a different type, and with marginal references. I have given the British Museum a copy of the Odyssey, with which the Iliadic passages underlined and referred to in MS. I have also given an Iliad marked with all the Odyssean passages. This cunt just talk normal. And their references, but copies of both the Iliad and Odyssey so marked ought to be within easy reach of all students. See, if you can't even talk in prose in your normal language, how are you supposed to write a book like that? Anyone who at the present day discusses the questions that have arisen around the Iliad since Wolfe's time, without keeping it well before his reader's mind that the Odyssey was demonstrably written from one single neighbourhood, and hence, even though nothing else pointed to this conclusion, presumably by one person only, that it was written certainly before 750, and in all probability before 1000 BC, that the writer of this very early poem was demonstrably familiar with the Iliad as we now have it, borrowing as freely from those books whose genuineness has been most impugned, as from those which are admitted to be by Homer. Anyone who fails to keep these points well before his readers is hardly dealing equitably by them. Anyone, on the other hand, who will mark his Iliad and his Odyssey from the copies in the British Museum above referred to, and who will draw the only inference that common sense can draw from the presence of so many identical passages in both poems, will, I believe, find no difficulty in assigning their proper value to a large number of books here and on the continent that at present enjoy considerable reputations. Furthermore, and this perhaps is an advantage better worth securing, he will find many puzzles of the Odyssey cease to puzzle him on the discovery that they arise from oversaturation with the Iliad. Other difficulties will also disappear as soon as the development of the poem in the writer's mind is understood. I have dealt with this at some length in the authoress of the Odyssey. Briefly, the Odyssey consists of two distinct poems. One, the return of Ulysses, which alone the muse is asked to sing in the opening lines of the poem. This poem includes the Phoenician episode and the account of Ulysses' adventures as told by himself in books 9 to 11. 12. It consists of lines 1 to 79 roughly of books 1, of line 28 of book 5, and thence without intermission to the middle of line 187 of book 8, at which point the original scheme was abandoned. The story of Penelope and the suitors of the episode of Telemachus's voyage to Pylos. This poem begins with line 80 roughly of book 1, is continued to the end of book 4, and not resumed till Ulysses wakes in the middle of line 187, book 13, from whence it continues to the end of book 24. In the authoress of the Odyssey, I read the introduction of lines 11, 115, 137, and of lines 9, 535, with the writing of new counsel of the gods at the beginning of book 5, to take the place of the one that was removed to book 179, were the only things that were done to give even a semblance of unity to the old scheme and the new, and to conceal the fact that the muse, after being asked to sing of one subject, spent 2/3 of her time in singing a very different one, with a climax for which no one had asked. I can't do this thing in the mouth. So much harder to read with this shit in my mouth. After being asked to sing of one subject, spent 2/3 of her time in singing a very different one, the climax for which no one has asked her. By roughly, the return occupies 8 books, and Penelope and the suitors 16. I believe this to be substantially correct. Samuel Butler, July 25th, 1900. The German scholar Wolff was the founder of a school of modern higher critics who denied that Homer was the author of the Iliad and the Odyssey. He broke both poems up into separate folklies, which he claimed had been composed at different times and only at a much later period, united as we have them. Okay. Book 1. The gods in council agree that the time has come for Odysseus to be brought home to avenge himself on Penelope's suitors and to recover his kingdom. Hermes is sent to Calypso's isle to bid her release the captive Odysseus. Athene, disguised as Mentes, appears to Telemachus, advising him to call an assembly of the men of Ithaca to complain of the behaviour of the suitors, then to go himself in quest of his father to Pylos and Sparta. Tell me, O Muse, of that ingenious hero who travelled far and wide after he had sacked the famous town of Troy. Many cities did he visit, and many were the nations with whose manners and customs he was acquainted. Moreover, he suffered much by sea while trying to save his own life and bring his men safely home. But to do what he might, he could not have his men, for they perished through their own sheer folly in eating the cattle of the sun god Hyperion. So the god prevented them from ever reaching home. Tell me, too, about all these things, O daughter of Zeus, from whatsoever source you may know them. So now all who escaped death in battle or by shipwreck had got safely home except Odysseus, and he, though he was longing to return to his wife and country, was detained by the goddess Calypso. He had got him into a large cave and wanted to marry him, but as years went by, there came a time when the gods settled that he should go back to Ithaca. Even then, however, when he was among his own people, his troubles were not yet over. Nevertheless, all the gods had now begun to pity him, except Poseidon, who still persecuted him without ceasing and would not let him go home. Now Poseidon had gone off to the Ethiopians, who are at the world's end, and lie in 2 halves, the one looking west and the other east. He had gone there to accept a hecatomb of sheep and oxen, and was enjoying himself at his festival. But the other gods met in the house of Olympian Zeus, and the sire of gods and men spoke first. At that moment he was thinking, fuck that name again. Aegisthus, who had been killed by Agamemnon's son Orestes. So he said to the other gods, See now how men lay blame upon us gods for what is after all nothing but their own folly. Look at Aegisthus. He must needs make love to Agamemnon's wife unrighteously and then kill Agamemnon, though he knew it would be the death of him. For I sent Hermes to warn him not to do either of these things, inasmuch as Orestes would be sure to take his revenge when he grew up and wanted to return home. Hermes told him this in all good will, but he would not listen, and now he has paid for everything in full. Thank God. Oh, it's going to be good when this thing's out of my mouth. I'm going to be able to read again. Yeah, because it cuts my on the inside of my mouth too. The plastic does. Yeah, I can feel it scratching away those little nodes in it. And from the shape of the tooth. It is what it is. Alrighty. That'll be right. Does the dog need that thing in the morning and night, or just at night?
Once a day for 5 days, and then back to the vet next week.
Alrighty. Gustav, how are you, my friend? What's going on? True. You know, just doing the reading and writing, same as usual. Feeling a bit better now. So I'm just doing some more planning. I figured if I can, yeah, just plan correctly, then tomorrow will be good. And then I can be better than today. And if you do that every day, then you're getting better every day. What's the weather like at the moment? Here it's like, I don't know, 14 degrees, 10 degrees. No, I'm not depressed, bro. No. I ain't depressed. Don't worry about it. I'm just tired. I took my supplements early and they make me really, really tired. It's just this time of the night. I'm always fucking tired. The people think I'm sad. I'm not sad, bro. I'm not sad. True. Finally starting to kick in. Why isn't this going away? There we go. Who are your picks for the UFC in a couple weeks? Oh. Max. Yeah. I reckon Conor might win. But I don't really know. Who do you think's gonna win? Queen. Who's gonna win? You reckon Max Holloway? Max as well, she reckons. Why is she always win prediction? What do you mean? Why is she always win prediction? I don't know. She's pretty good at it. She got it right last week or whoever it was. She did it right in the White House card. She got a lot right. She won a bit of money. So I was happy. What do you reckon you got? Benoit, Saint Denis, and Paddy Pimblett. I reckon Saint Denis. It depends, because Pimblett's just hard to knock out, isn't he? I haven't seen him get rocked with a shot that puts him down. He's tough as fuck. He's got a good chin on him. You only do the main events. That's sad. There's a few good fights. Oh, so sad. Alright, what about Dricus, Duplessis, and Kamaru Usman? Kamaru. Yeah, I do want to watch it for free. How do you do that? No one ever told me. Everyone's like, oh, I never paid for it, but no one ever told me. So I thought everyone was full of shit. Is it legit? Sounds good. But it's, I see. You have to tell me more on the Discord then. No, I didn't see that. What that's about? What happened? Climb a big tower.
Yeah, the couple did.
No, I don't know about that.
Proposed to her.
Have not heard about that one.
And they were arrested at the Empire State Building. Just like Batman.
Hmm?
Yeah, it sort of looked like Batman.
Dressed like Batman.
Sort of looked like Batman. They're all in black as well.
Crazy. Have to check it out later. I've not seen that. Must have been good if everyone's going on about it. You guys can also do that, you reckon? Maybe. You never know. What's funny is I can do that, but I don't have a girlfriend. Oh. Where do people meet? Where do the guys and girls meet in India? Because people go. Do you have Tinder? Does everyone go on Tinder over there too? A lot of people use Tinder over here. I don't use dating app in my life. You might have to consider it, mate. Otherwise, how else are you going to meet a woman? You do plan on meeting a woman, yeah? You use dating apps? Nah. Not me, mate. I've been with the Queen since I was 14. I met her at school. Been together forever. I figured people need to like you know, go out and talk to people. I met the Queen by talking to her. Well, I can't even say what she said. I can. You wouldn't believe what she called me. Deeply offended. You can try just for fun. What do you mean just for fun? I think so, Gustav. How could I do that for fun? Look for some friends on there, eh? We'll see. See, is there friends there? Can you use Tinder to find friends only? Yes, you technically can, but it is highly inefficient. Because Tinder is inherently designed for dating and romantic connections. Yeah. It's not for that, mate. It's for meeting up and getting a fuck. So it's not appropriate that I be on there. You don't know fun and you have family. That's right. I know fun. I have plenty of fun. Don't you worry about that. Does not have a friends mode. See? How do I find friends, Kushta? I need friends. Friends that don't want to bang me. You know? Are they out there? I don't know. I'm not sure. Friends with benefits? No. My wife is my friend with benefits, mate. How many friends do I have? I don't know. Depends what you call a friend, really. Like, what's a friend to you? A friend to you might be different to what a friend is to me.
Using a friend.
No. There you go. Just a normal one. I don't know what a normal friend is, mate. I don't think I have friends, but I don't really, we don't talk enough. Like I said, when you do what I do, you become very isolated from the world. Inexorable kangaroo. How's it going, bro? Like I said, you know what I'm trying to do, Gustav, yeah? Like, I've sort of got, like, I'm in a state of obsession. So, I don't really have friends that I talk to or go out with or anything like that. Like, my main friends are probably people that I'm going to the gym with, you know what I mean? And not like the just working out gym, I'm talking about the fighting gym. So I think like those people are going to be more like my friends. I think I've made like a couple of friends at the other gym. But like, you know, I don't go out with them or anything. Like, I don't know. Like, I know what I want to accomplish. And I don't really have time to fucking hang out with people and... You know, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do none of that. I don't even have takeout food. I don't go out and do anything. You know what I mean? I'm just like, it's all my business. And it's all like growing and how do I make more money and how do I get the things that I want. Yeah, you're probably like my closest friend at the moment. To be honest, you are. You talk to me most days. But yeah, I can be pretty boring in that way. Just because I'm so like driven. Like I'll get along with anyone, I'll talk to anyone, but you know, but like I don't know. Like most friends or whatever, they I don't know. You imagine people that like talk a lot on the phone, go out, stuff like that. I don't really do that. I consider you a friend though. I do. Yeah, I do. So don't you worry about that. Good man. Now I'm good. Kangaroo, how's it going? I'm wondering what is the goal of the 1,000-day challenge. Alright, I'll tell you what it is. The main goal is I want control of my life. Because I wasted like so many years of my life, bro. I wasted pretty much my whole 20s. Like I'm 29. And I was an addict for so long. Like smoking all the time. Like addicted to chuff and an alcoholic. I was just lazy. I wouldn't do what I needed to do. I knew what I should have done. I just wouldn't do it. And I was a slave to my mind. You know what I mean? Where the whole point of this is like, my mind will be a slave to me. And every bad habit I've had, it's all being replaced with good ones. You know, that's why like instead of smoking and drinking and that, it's reading and writing and exercising every single like day. Unless I'm sick, you know, then I won't exercise. But I do the reading and writing every day. Then and then yeah, like I don't have any takeout food. I don't smoke, I don't drink, so like, it's all just to get in control of myself so that I can be motivated and accomplish all the things I want to accomplish in my life. That's really what it is. Like I'm just doing it to be a better man and be the best me that I can be. What do you think? How many friends do you have, Gustav? Oh, I don't know. 38, I reckon. You got 38 mates. Yeah, that's just what it is with me. Like I've just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Kangaroo? Like, you know what you should do in life. And yet for the longest time, until you grow up, or like whatever the fucking term is for it, where there's just a moment where you're like, I gotta do it now. Like I said, I went to start the 1,000-day challenge last year, but I had a few like personal fucking things happen. But we got over them. It's a new year now, so it's gonna get done now. Now we're 10% of the way in already, and I've accomplished so much already. I've already like written a book. I've just got to publish it. I've already like I said, I'm starting my MMA training because I always wanted to get into a cage fight. I'm working for myself as an instructor now, and like I said, I'm going to build that up, my income and that, and you know, become self-sufficient in that. I'm becoming a dog trainer. That'll be done by like the end of next year. I should be qualified to do that. And these are all things that I want. I'm just literally doing everything I want and that I should have done earlier in my life. But you can't really have regrets and think like, oh, I should have. There's only today and there's only now. So I'm doing it now. Very good goal for getting yourself organized. I hope you can reach your goal, and I believe you can. No, I appreciate that, man. I do appreciate that. I believe anyone can do it if they really like put their mind to it. The mind's an incredible thing, you know, especially when it wants something badly enough. And I want my $10 million, and I want my dream house, and I want all my fucking. I just want to be doing what I want to do. So that's what I'm gonna do. What about you, bro? You're from Australia, yeah? Oh, you followed me, bro. Oh, cool. You can get a flag. You go on a map. This is what happens. See that big map behind me? Anyone who follows, they get a flag, and I put it in the map wherever they're from. So I just saw you follow me down there. You gotta choose a color, yeah? We got white, black, yellow, orange, red, purple, green, blue. Yeah, they're all the colors. 38, bro. I have 700 followers on Instagram. I get like 200 story views. Guess now. Alright, you got 50 friends. 50? I had a goal too. It was moving abroad. Now I'm in Australia. Nobody would believe me. Ah, there you go. See? Good stuff. Good shit. See? If you want something and you're determined, you'll get it. It just, you know, it's all in this. It's all this. So you just tell me where you are in Australia, bro. And I'll, and pick a colour, and I'll plant the flag in there for you. Melbourne. Oh, there you go. Near me. 60 Kushdub. 67. Everyone likes 67, so we'll go with that. I'm in Oak Park. Yeah, I'm in like Langwarrin. What colour do you want, bro? Oak Park. Where's that? Just north of the CBD. Fuck. Probably near you today. Have a look on this. I was up in Coburg today. Is that near it? Yeah. It's not too far away from it. Cool. Where is Coburg?
Yeah, hold on.
Or is it just more to the right? Or was it higher than that? Yeah, Coburg. Yeah, they were real close. They were real close. So what color do you want, bro? You want green, blue, yellow, orange, red? Steel X. If you guess this time right, I'm gonna send you $1,000 crypto. No, you'll send me a virus, mate. That's what you'll send me. You'll send me some phishing fucking link. I don't know, Kushtab. It's like trying to guess like the Tats Lotto. I don't know. 312. Otherwise, I'll just plant, I don't know. What flag hasn't someone chosen? No one's done white. Yeah, no one's done white. Might do that. Put a white one in. I'm gonna do that for you. If you want a different color, just let me know and I'll replace it. Oh, there's an pineapple under the sea. There you go, mate. Now you're in the map. You're just right about there. Not far away at all. And they have 4 real friends. I talk with them on a daily basis, includes you also. Oh man, that's cool. Hey,
It's an honor.
yeah, that's an honor, bro. You're a good guy, Kushdab. A lot of people don't understand your sense of humor, but I love it. You're a funny guy. You're a very funny man. I thought I was funny, but I think I'm becoming more serious, like you said. You still gonna try Tinder though, bro? You have to tell me how it goes.
Is there an Indian version?
I don't know. When I see you first time on Twitch, you look so manly, but nowadays you're becoming a little bit gay. What are you talking about, bro? What do you mean? Look manly. I was just walking around. Oh yeah, I've lost weight. That's what it'll be. Getting a six-pack will make you look kind of gay, I suppose. I think that's true. But we're nearly there. So we'll just get the six-pack out the way. And then,
Then you can get your potato.
yeah, then I can go back to the spud shed. And I'll be fat within a week or two. Don't worry about it. Doesn't take much. Just a shit ton of chips and some noodles, which I am craving. You have no idea, man. Today I was looking at the KFC, and if I could orgasm over a smell, KFC would be it, mate. I'm telling you. I'm looking at it. I reckon I could actually come to that if I tried hard enough. It smells so good. Yeah. They'd be like, where does this mayo come from? This garlic aioli.
I don't know, there's chunks in
Chunks.
garlic.
Alright. I don't know if I can ever look manly, push dub. I just look like me, bro. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me. You know that. I don't care what I think about me. Oh, rock and roll! Ah. Don't worry, bro. Like I said, it's not going to be long, and I'm just going to try for more kids. So, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I'm even more manly the more kids I have. That's what I believe. Two's alright. But you know, 10's better. Or have a full house. Have a loud house. You ever seen that show? Lots of kids is good. Some, like you said, Australians need to have more kids. So some of us have to pick up the slack. I like only one. Nah, man, they get lonely and shit. They need brothers and sisters. Preferably, I just have only boys. That's what every man wants, I think. You know, if you get a daughter, they're the most precious thing in the world, but they're more precious than the boys, but it's because they worry you more, I guess, and because they're girls. It's different. It's different when you have a girl. You're like, I don't know. With the boys, it's like, all right, I'm gonna turn you into a man, all right? That's what it's gonna be. You're gonna grow up and you're gonna be fucking strong. And you know, if you got half a brain in your head, you're gonna use it. With the daughters, it's all very sweet. It's all very sweet. A minimal hardness with them. Still discipline, but not like the boys who need like a lot of discipline. It's different. You treat girls differently to boys because it's just the way it is. Don't give a fuck if people say that's wrong. That's my parenting philosophy. How many you have now and how many you want? I got 2 kids now. No, not gonna lie, I probably would like 10 kids, but I'm not gonna get that many. I'll probably stop at like... It depends. You don't really want to have kids past 40 years of age. I don't think so. I think that's too old. So I think like 36, 7, around there you'd want to stop. 38 would be the absolute latest, or 39. I think 39 would be the peak, yeah. You wouldn't want, you just don't hit 40. So however many more I can like get out by 40. That's what I would say. How many can you have in like that many years? I don't know. Because I'm 29 now, so that's like 10 years. Gonna start soon. That's like 9. How many is that? I don't know. If you could pump out 1 a year. If we can get 1 a year, then yeah, then I might be able to reach 10. Yeah, that's fine. I think 2 is good. Yeah, I know, but people need to have more kids pushed up. You know? And everyone else is like, they're too worried about, oh, money. Money, money, money. People had kids all the time, no matter how poor it was in life. Everyone's just so used to living in this fucking, like... They're all materialistic, and they're all like, oh, you know, kids are expensive, but they're fucking... You just need to feed them. That's literally it. I know food can be expensive, but everything's fucking, like, you know... Times have always been tough, mate. More kids, you know. Good. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think everyone makes a big deal out of it. They're like, oh, it's harder now, and oh, I don't know. Fuck off. We live in, like, the best age ever now. Like, in terms of, it's hard to explain. Everything's like a double-edged sword, how you look at it. Either way, more kids is better. 2 is good, but 10 is better. be the patriarch of the family. That's the biggest problem our family ever did. They didn't have enough kids. I would have done a lot better with brothers, I reckon. Sisters were good too. But I swear. If I had a brother to punch on with him, and I think it would have been good. And I just think what I think. I think the more the better. Like, we all learn skills, we can all help one another, we can all chip in. If everyone's working hard, if everyone's got discipline. Yes, times will be tough. But times have literally always been tough for us. So I think that's why I don't really care. I think that's why I finally got to that point. I think now that I'm in control, and I know no matter what, as long as I've tried, I'll be happy. And if I have kids, they all see that I've tried. And even if I don't succeed, they'll still be happy, because they know they had a good dad. And they'll know that, like, I've instilled hard work and discipline into them. And, you know, they'll succeed one way or another in life. As much as one can. You know? Whether it's personal or whether it's, like, whatever. They'll be good. And if it's not their generation, it'll be the next generation. Like... But I'll try to be the one to break all the mold in our family. I'm gonna try so hard. And the more kids you have, the more motivated you are as a man. I'm already, like, extremely motivated. But more is good. This is what I think. And everyone can have their own short-sighted thing, but I'm looking generations ahead. So... Happy days, mate. Happy days. Alrighty. I'm gonna rock and roll. Oh, stay magnificent. Have a good one. Love you, bro. Take care of yourself. Have a good day. And I'll be back tomorrow. You know, day 101 tomorrow. Day 100. Bam, got it done. 10% of the way there. We're killing it. We can only get better. Bye-bye.